Okay, so first up, we're gonna start with this one. Let me see. Okay. I'm not sure what I would compare this to other than like, maybe like an Olay kind of type of hydration. So it doesn't feel oily or greasy. It actually feels super hydrating, especially once it goes like on your skin. I've been putting this one as kind of like my base layer and then layering other things on top of it. But it doesn't really have a smell, so it smells really clean. It doesn't feel oily or greasy either. And I feel like it dries not like too quickly, but quickly enough that I can layer my other things on top and it doesn't feel too heavy, if that makes sense. I don't know anything about skincare, so if I'm not using the right term or if it sounds confusing, I'm not a skincare channel. I am just trying to recommend a few Dollar Tree products that might help you. But anyway, that's the first one that I use. I will say the other version, if I am feeling more up to it, I will use this Trader Joe's one. This is a little bit more of like a, I'd say gel kind of base, and I don't really like that. It's a little like, it doesn't feel heavy enough product-wise to me that it doesn't feel like it's hydrating. So sometimes I'll just throw this on like after this one if I'm feeling like super dry. But I don't typically use this one as like my go-to base one. This is like kind of an additional that I'll throw in. This one I've been using a little bit more at night. This one's also from Dollar Tree. I would compare this to, gosh, what is that brand? Maybe closer to like a Versed or Versed, I can't remember how it was pronounced, but I have used a product very similar to theirs that was like this, and it felt very similar when it went on my skin. This is another one that just kind of feels like it's helping lock in more of that moisture. I tend to get really, really dry skin during January, December-ish. And no matter how much product I put on, it still tends to like get dry in like my T-zone, I think it's what it's called, this area, all right here. Which is fine, it is what it is. It's the seasons. And we're not gonna be putting on too much makeup today, just kind of like a light base. I don't really like wearing a lot of makeup either in the winter because I feel like trying to dry yourself out with makeup on top of tons of skincare, and like, I'm just not trying to like abuse my face, I guess, whenever I can. I will say sometimes, I know I just keep saying I'm layering with moisture, but that's all you can do in the winter. This one also, I'd compare it to that like watermelon jelly that was really popular skincare thing. Very, very similar to that, even like the consistency. I don't want to tip it or it's gonna spill out, but it's very, very similar to that. Next up, I use the Kiehl's Green Under Eye Serum. This isn't like that close, like the actual ingredients wise or texture or anything, but I will say it does like a little something. It's not completely useless. It does do a little something under the eyes, so I just put a little dot there. Typically I will just use my Kiehl's Green instead, but since we're doing this kind of skincare routine, we might as well use them all. I'm breathing really hard because I had too much caffeine already this morning and I still plan on getting a coffee. You ever do that to yourself? Where you're like, I need caffeine to get ready, but like at the same time I'm overdoing it with caffeine. Oops. I keep all of my skincare in like kind of an inconvenient spot, I guess, but it is what it is. And I just dropped, trying to get my deodorant, I just dropped it into the pile of skincare, so it's fine. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to touch on, product-wise, this is comparable to like, it even says it right on here, it's comparable to the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. Again, just a final seal moisturizer. Instead of doing like this, which is like my setting spray, I've been doing this, and honestly, it's holding down my makeup just fine and keeping me moisturized, so I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick with what works for me. You can try something different for you if that works for you. That's amazing. Also, this you don't really need a lot of. I just got like way more than I should have. It's gonna go across more than my whole face. I'm gonna have to probably put some of this on my arms because It really is one of those where like a tiny bit goes a long way. But hopefully putting on like 3 really, really hydrating ones that I like the way they feel. I like the way it makes my skin feel. It feels a lot more protected and I guess base ready for me to go outside when it's going to dry my skin out immediately in that wind and cold air. And I just want to make it through long enough to maybe get like a single cute picture while I'm out and about, but I'm not going to waste my breath if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. I hope this just mini skincare Dollar Tree routine helps you out. Maybe you'll find a couple products you like as well. Maybe you add it to your full skincare routine. I honestly think I might keep this one as like an everyday part of my skincare routine, even once I like re-up on my other skincares. But I hope you have a good day. I'm gonna throw on, these are actually also from Dollar Tree, a pimple patch, because they've got one coming in up here that's pretty bad. So I'm just gonna throw on a pimple patch, call it a day. End my skincare routine with this. This is like, I don't like doing like liquid makeup, so this has just been working perfect for me. There's a little bit of sunscreen in there. I've been using it the past like 4 years. I feel like if I used anything else, I probably wouldn't like it. I tried to use these and I got the wrong color, so I've been mixing them. This is just a little too heavy for me. This might be for like photos or like big events or something, because this is just like almost movie makeup to me. This is just like a lot compared to how this looks when it's on. So again, whatever works best for you, amazing. Hope one of these works for you, but thank you for tuning into my mini skincare routine, and I hope something from it works for you. Okay, bye, love you.